Hello. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you guys who have been around here for a while, you probably know that I am a 1L strategy coach. So I help those of you guys who are heading into the first year of law school develop a rock solid grade strategy before you begin so that every hour that you're spending and all of the hard work you're putting in is positioning you for those really exciting grade results that open a ton of doors down the road. But before you can even start to prep to get into law school, you have to first get into law school, right? And so that whole process of law school admissions is something I don't coach around at all, and I'm not an expert in. And so for those of you guys who are going through the law school admissions process this cycle or have it coming up, I wanted to recommend to you guys 3 pieces of really awesome content from 3 law school admission experts and coaches that are really, really wonderful in this space, because I know that there can be a lot of information out there and it can be really overwhelming to know who to listen to and what to listen to. And so to kick things off, I want to first recommend a podcast episode of Barrier Breakers by Sydney Montgomery, where she talks about the most recent U.S. Supreme Court decision, SFFA versus Harvard and SFFA versus, I believe it was the University of North Carolina, where the U.S. Supreme Court disallowed race-based policies and admissions. But she also talks about the strategies for, if you are a diverse candidate, how to use that background and experience in your law school admissions process, because it's not a closed door in the sense of not being able to mention it or talk about it at all. So a really great episode to give you guys a sense of what the landscape is looking like, and also strategies to be able to still use those parts of yourself and parts of your experience in your applications. The second thing I'm going to recommend for you guys is an episode of Status Check with Ivey, where Anna Hicks Hako is talking about the things to not do in your law school admissions process in that second half of the cycle, and ways to not screw it up, basically, which I think is such a fun and interesting and helpful episode, because when I was going through the law school admissions process, I thought that once you hit upload, once you hit send on your applications, that was it and things were done and over and there was nothing else you can do. And only recently, as a law school coach, have I even been introduced to the concept that there's this whole second half of the law school admission cycle that happens after you submit your applications to really put yourself in the best position to get admissions, to get off the wait list, to negotiate scholarship money. And so there's a lot of things that you can still do and should still do in order to put yourself in the best place to be able to get into the law schools you want to get into, and also be able to request the scholarship money that you want to be able to request. So definitely check that episode out as well. And then the third thing I'm going to recommend for you guys is a YouTube video that I did with the awesome Anna Ivey. She talks about all the frequently asked questions that law school admission applicants have, which every single one of those I did not know when I was going through the process. And it's a really great episode because it comes at it from the perspective of a former dean of law school admissions. And so there's a lot of things that we as applicants don't know, or we assume work a certain way, and only having been on the inside and now being able to talk about it as a consultant, as a coach, is she able to shed light on those things that really tend to stay behind closed doors. So definitely check out that video as well. So yeah, I hope those 3 pieces of content are super helpful for you guys, especially going through this cycle. And if you guys are starting your law school and lawyering journey somewhere along the path of that, definitely hit subscribe, tap the notification bell. I come out with videos related to law school and new lawyering every other Sunday. And it's my favorite thing in the world to talk about. And so I hope to see you guys in the next video. I'll link all those resources below. And yeah, best of luck this cycle.